Testing, testing. Hello. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. You can actually see me this time, which is nice because last time it was not wanting to work. It was stuck on the other screen, the welcome screen, and it didn't want to show my face. Right. So, this is what we're doing. Hey, Enzyme, welcome in. That was quick. This is what we're doing. We are trying to do Nevermore Academy from Wednesday. If you've seen it, if you've not seen it, it's a big castle thing. And it is the school that she attends in the show. And this is what we've got so far. So we've done this like little clock tower here. And there is going to be a lot of clock towers of various different sizes. And I've actually gone back and removed some of the bits that we did last time because it just wasn't to scale. It wasn't the right scale and it wouldn't have worked. And then I give it kind of like this wash of the tough and the tough bricks as well. It's sad about Gomez. What? Something happened to Gomez? Like the actor in real life? Oh no. But yeah, well, so I've actually gone and re-watched Wednesday, and I paused on every single up about his past with thing. I nearly teared up about his past with thing. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying now. The thing. Yeah. It was really good. I did enjoy watching it. It was Wednesday for me. Like I watched the first season and I didn't really get into it until I watched it a second time. I don't know. Yeah, I've watched it. I just didn't want to say because of like spoilers and stuff, so I didn't want to say out loud. But yeah, I do know which bit you're on about. Yeah, I thought you meant like the character for some reason. Like you scared me for a second. I thought like maybe they'd passed away in real life or something. But yeah. Anyway, so we've done this tower, and now we just need to go around and kind of like figure out where everything else needs to go. I think there's actually a red line running along here, and this is the like piping. So let's swap that out. What kind of red? Maybe. Do we want the what? No, not the what. Mangrove. Maybe mangrove will work. Right, so we'll just put our swapping tool on, and we'll just do this and make all this red. And this can be kind of like the pipe. But yeah, so I actually rewatched Wednesday because I couldn't get any good pictures of this of the entirety of Nevermore, so I had to go back and take some pictures and stuff. I need a Tish and Gomez spin-off series about them being younger. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Right, and then low down, we've kind of like got like a white bit here, and I don't know if it sticks out or not. It's kind of like here. There's like a creamy bit. Looking at the blocks closer, it's like not as dark as you would expect it to be. At all. It's like cream and tough, like sandstone and tough. And it goes all the way around to here. Did I do this from bit? Yeah, I did do this from bit here. Right. And then weirdly, you've kind of like what we've got here, what I've done up here, where there's kind of kind of this going on. And it's like kind of like that on the lower half of the building. And then we've got some archways here. Might be a little bit higher up, actually. Might be to there. It's so hard when you're like trying to recreate a building that's like, it's pretty iconic now. What other tuff do we have? We have this stuff. So there's kind of like an outline going around here. Yeah, it's kind of like an outline going around here for this main building portion. And then there's the windows on the front there. But let's come back to this little bit here. I'm kind of having to flip through screenshots here to like get to the bits that I'm looking at. Just so I can like get this super accurate. Or as accurate as you can get a Minecraft build recreation. Okay, so we have like a door here. It's kind of like this. It does feel like it's kind of arched, so let's get the tough stairs. A little bit like this, but not quite, because there's also like an extra bit with some windows. So it's probably more like this. This is windows. And what? It kind of looks like black glass to me. Let's just see how that fits. And then maybe a wall in the middle. I'm gonna lower this one and see how that feels. But yeah, Wednesday. It was not a show that I immediately liked. Just trying to be honest. It grew on me. It was one of those that like grows on you. Right. So it's kind actually more I look at it, I feel like every time I look at it, it changes. Or I kind of change my mind on how it looks. So it's kind of like this, and it is a glass door. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any glass doors. So let's see if we can improvise. This is all going to be different, obviously. Right. Do that. And then there's also like another little window like just here as well. So normally when I'm doing builds, I really try to make them like, oh, I want to make them as pretty as possible with as much detail. But this is kind of different because what we're aiming for is the accuracy, like I said before. So you kind of lose that little bit of aesthetics and you kind of swap it out for just trying to make it look as good as you can. And keep it accurate. So accuracy probably trumps aesthetics right now is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Can you put these on? No, I didn't think you could. Yeah, glass ain't gonna cut it. What if I did one more down there? Would that kind of feel like... Looking at it, it does kind of look like it's a black door. So let's just try a couple of things here to make this feel right. This feel like a door? Still not going to be able to put anything on it, like, because it's still a wall. What if... Might be the best we can do for now. Because if we get stuck on one thing, we're never going to get this thing finished. Right, so let's just say that's what it is. That's what that's going to be. And let's do some black stone here, maybe. Like that. And then there's some more windows up here. So there's one that's kind of like bang in the middle here. And then there's two like little ones that almost just look like little slits. Just here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that. And I did kind of like a little slit one up here. I don't know if that would work there though. We'll take this. We'll take this. We'll do the black wall. We'll do this. And I just want to see if it'll work with putting walls behind it. Like this. So we'll get the tough walls. And we'll place them like here. That kind of makes it look a little bit like a slit there, doesn't it? Kind of like, yeah. Got it at the top as well, but I don't want to do that at the top. I don't think that'll look quite right. 1 second. I'm just going to adjust my chat so I can see if there is any chat. Let me just pull this up here. So I can see all you guys. There we go. Right, so we'll do this the same on the other side as well. And again, I feel weird because I feel like this isn't how I would normally build. But you've kind of got to put yourself... Like, if you want to grow as a builder, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. And do stuff that you just wouldn't normally do. I really wish we had a different light texture that wasn't a different trapdoor that didn't have that white middle bit, but still had like the creamy look, because the white trapdoor is too white. Just doesn't go, you know? Right, so we'll have to do it like that. Maybe we can make transition there a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. What else? What else? Again, it looks so plain, but it's like what it's supposed to look, I guess. We can add some random walls here. Kind of add a little bit of depth. Maybe kind of. See, I'm just kind of like adding what I feel would work. rather than what should be there, which is really dangerous because then it'll start looking nothing like it. Right, okay, and then so you've kind of like got this big, we can move this circle a little bit over actually. Can cut this and move it just a little bit over like that, I think, because you kind of come out of this building and then you kind of like see that over there. So like quarter way through we have, I'm gonna go for andesite here and add a pipe here. So about halfway through you've got a pipe that goes up. Ooh, that's weird. That's a weird thing that's happening there. We need to take that off, of course. So let's put that back. And about halfway up, you've got like a drain pipe. That's kind of going up here. I'll do that maybe. Just do it to there. Doesn't need to be perfect. And then that kind of like splits off these two areas. And then you have like some rather large circular doors. You've got like three big doors for some reason. And a middle bit that goes up here. So let's get some deep slicks. I think we're going to need maybe the stairs for this. So bang in the middle of this area. You've got like an extra bit that comes out. I'm going to try stairs here maybe. Like that. Don't know if that meets in the middle, does it? Oh, it's a 2. It's a... Yeah, we need to move that back. Nothing worse than an even center in Minecraft. Pop that there. Oh, we can't do that, can we? I wish you could do that. That'd be nice. We'll just do that instead. Maybe something like that. Now we just need to bring this back until it kind of like makes sense. And it should just naturally stop and meet up with the slabs. That. Yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that must have been really loud. I want to, yeah, I can do that. That works okay. And then we'll copy this side over here. I should have done a sneeze warning. Apologies. Duplicate, flip on the X, and perfect. Just like that. And now we have a little bit of a roof thing going on. And this all kind of stops. And it goes into like a ledge here. There's like a black stone ledge, I want to say. So let's get some black stone. Again. Get all these bits. The wall as well. So it kind of feels like it goes up like this. Do that. Yeah. It's got like these little things that are holding it underneath, so I think I'm gonna go with, oh gosh, like that and then that. Brocat build without cheats. Hello, welcome in. Yes, I'm using Axiom. I wouldn't say it's a cheat. I would say it's a building tool. But yeah, I do use Axiom. And it's just because of the scale of the builds that I do. I have a survival series where I build everything. And that's all in survival. This is creative though. And in creative, when I do large scale stuff, I do use some quote unquote cheats. This needs to be a bit smaller, I think. Like that. These actually are here. This kind of follows along like this. And then we have the middle bit. And I think this is like all glass, if I'm not wrong. So let's grab this glass from here. Oh, we should put some glass in there as well. That'd be smart. Maybe I just meet this up here. So, and I think I'm gonna break that and do that. You can see that top of the window a bit. And let's come back here and actually put some glass in here. That'd be really good. Hmm. There we go. It's a little bit better, and then you can't see those little gaps. Right, that's this window, and like I said, underneath it is kind of quite a large archway. So let's get rid of all this. I wish I had a black wood type. I really do. It'd be really nice. Just like grained, like so many mods have them, like so many mod packs have them. It's just we don't have them, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, like that. Yep, that feels right. Just don't let me down. Hello, Aaron. Aaron, welcome in. Break these? No, I can't break these without someone seeing. Can't really see. Maybe you can. Let's do that instead. So this is a huge project I'm realizing as I go along, because this is just the courtyard that we have, and then there is so many more buildings at the back here. There's like 3-4 more towers. There's the ruined tower as well, that's like just over here. That's what This is like a little smaller tower, but there's going to be a big tower here. That's going to be the ruined tower. And over there, back there is where Wednesday's, like that big window where we're going to have to do like half colourful and then like half dark. Looking at this, it kind of looks like it just goes across like that. And then 2 more doors. Like, why is there 3 doors here? Really don't make sense, but let's do it anyway. So there's one that's like a bit bigger over here next to the piping, unless it's a window. 1, 2. How many did we do over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, so let's go a bit bigger. So we did that, and then we did what, a normal. This. Block on top. That. We'll do the same kind of thing over here. On the inside. Now, I might just do a normal window here, but then do fence behind it, and that kind of gives that crisscrossed vibe that you get on some windows. And that's kind of like what we're looking for this one. And we'll do this. I think that works. But we need to put something behind it, don't we? We need to put some concrete or something behind it so that we go. Right now, I think I'm just going to do the same on the other side, I think. Can I go through this wall? Yes, I can. Alright, yeah. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Alright. And then how many blocks is this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This spectator thing is really cool, but it can also seriously mess me up. All right, it's happening. We're getting something here. And I'm not sure it needs this outline, but I kind of like it. We're going to do that, I think. We'll stop there because we don't know what else we're putting there now. All right. So, looking back at the picture, we've got another door. In fact, let me just swap pictures here because it's kind of like a different angle of the courtyard, and I think I have it. Yeah, I took so many like screenshots and stuff trying to make this as accurate as possible. Oh, that's a cat picture. I've got it somewhere. Right. There we go. Found it. Okay, there's a bit that kind of like comes out here. Actually. Ooh. Okay. That's a little weird. Just having a little look, and it looks like there's a little indentation there, but then that kind of means that all this would have to move back. Let's I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna cancel that for a second. I need an angel block up here. So we're gonna do an angel block, and then we're gonna move and move. And we want to move this all back by like 1 block, like that. Which is a little weird. Which is a little weird, yeah. Just so that this fits. No, I don't like that. What we'll do instead is we'll bring the wall out a little bit. We'll bring this out. So can't even really tell. But then when we bring this wall out, it's gonna make sense. Okay, so we've got a little door and we've got this exact same configuration here. Like exactly the same. So let's see if we can clone this. Right to there, maybe? Alright. Right, except this is a much smaller door. I don't think we're gonna have to do too much here. Just something a little bit like that. And then, like I said, two really small windows either side. And these are almost like the ones that we have up there. Where they're just... Wait, that's not right. Right, like that. But it needs to come out. Right, okay. It needs to come out. Then hang on a second. It's only by like one block, but I feel like I will notice it and it will bother me if I don't do it. Bop, bop, and that should be back. And then we can bring this around here like this. Just like that. Oh, that's not gonna work. Why is that not working? Oh, because that goes back 2, but then okay, we might just have to forget about that a little bit there. Because this is coming out by 2 now. Alright. There we go. And then that's just gonna have to be that. No. That. Nope. Yeah. That was far less painful than I thought it were gonna be. But yeah, now we've got like this little indentation that comes out. Alright. I don't need to be exactly the same as that one. Just so this place is lit up on a night though, even though it doesn't quite match it, I might just add some lanterns down from there. So we have the 2 big doors that go to nowhere. And then we have some more little doors. So there's just lots of little doors here. So we have a little door. That's about this wide. Let's get this right. And then... wow, this is a wall of doors. Just a wall of doors. Totally normal. Window. Wall. A door. Another window. And then another door. Like another one of these. And then another door. This is such a weird wall. Like when you really like look at it. Just don't let me down. Let's do trapped door. And let's like, are we able to just? No, it's not gonna work, is it? We're not able to just do a trapped door like that. We're gonna have to do something like that, I think. Windows. I mean, they don't even need to be. They could be tough on the bottom, like that. And then the black stone. That. Just need to double check my picture here. It's hard to believe that there's this many doors on one wall. But there is, apparently. Ah, there's something else in the middle here as well, which is a bit strange. So between these two thingies. So between these two sections, there's a section like this. So let's clone this. So there's a section like this. There. And then there's another door here. I've got that right. And in this section here, there's like there's almost like a window box that comes up. So let's get the old deep slate out again. We're gonna need the slabs, stairs, the whole kit and caboodle. Is there a center here? Yeah. Is that a center? 2, 3, 4. Honestly, it doesn't super matter for this bit, I don't think. No, it's not a center, which is sad. Right. Oh, gonna annoy me. I can't move everything, just so. Can I? No. I can't move stuff just so that there's a center here. No matter how much it's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, so as I was saying, there's almost like a bit that comes out like this. And then this is a window box here. Continue with the cardboard wall, then do half slabs on top. Like this. This is kind of like what I'm doing. Oh. Down I go. Right, so you've got like this lift here. But I think it might be... Yeah, it's like out by one. So it's got... like that. And then I might make this just a slightly different colour so that we can see... No, what box have we got? This building is just one big blob of different types of grey. It feels like. We haven't even got to any of the fun bits yet either. This is just the courtyard. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I did it go like that. And just the edges were... Because the idea was that they come out. Oh my gosh. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. You can kind of see that it's a bit of a different colour down here. Right. And then we just need to glass it. Now, something like this would work. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of the red, but maybe we can put some carpet down here. But welcome in, Roy. Thank you for the suggestion. I kind of get in the zone sometimes and forget that I'm actually streaming and should be chatting with people. But yeah, we do our best here. It's more so when I'm working on a big project like this, and I know it's gonna take a really long time. But yeah, got that box bit in the middle, and there's actually... Let's go back to the deep slate, because there's actually like a bit on top here. I'll break this because I will absolutely forget that this is here, and it'll probably go into the download. Also, move this here. What's this? Clean this up. There we go. And then there we go. Just like that. Fixed. And something's actually happening here. It's actually starting to look like something, which is nice. There is like little windows that's up here, and I can't really make them work, but I could add a wall in just to get the like look of it. So above this wall, there's like 1, 2, 3 of them. And what these are is they're like really tiny walls. We could try to add, but I just don't think it's gonna look right. Like that. It's kind of like that. Suppose that would kind of work. And then the same here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Might as well do it in the middle. Like that. Or I could swap it to be tough. And you'd get the slit, but you'd lose the cream colour. What do we think? We could put like green behind it. Yeah, if we put blocks here, it's gonna connect. Let's just try that. Okay, so we've kind of like got a slit and we've kind of like got the cream. That kind of works. And then it's above like every single door, which is annoying because I'm not going to be able to do that here, I don't think. Because this is kind of like the middle, so it would be like that. That, and then again in the middle. Alright, that's it. Hey. Nice. Okay. It's always nice when something pans out. Right, and then we just need to do these doors. How do we want to do these? Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we need this glass. And we need these walls. Oh, we might need the stairs. And the actual walls. Okay. Because these doors are a lot smaller. So, like, not quite that small. Do, 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 do. That one. And that maybe? That works fine. Right, how did we just do that? So we did that. I could just scroll this across, couldn't I? Clone there and clone there. There we go. We've got 2 doors. And then this is kind of a different door. This is a bit smaller. Let's just go for what we had over there in the first place, which is just that. A lot of detail here for things that are like never gonna get used. I think this might be as big, almost as big as doing like the Harry Potter thing. Like if I were to do Hogwarts, kind of there's so much detail. That is one building done. And it only took us an hour and 13 minutes. And that wasn't even to build it, that was just to decorate it. So let's turn this on the back. Let's change this. So you can't see the gold coming through. So I'm just going to paint. I'm doing a mask so that the only thing that's affected is gold. I love gold. Gold. Minimize that so that stays, that works. And then I'm just going to get my little paintbrush here and I'm going to do a gradient and I'm going to do tough. And I'm going to do tough bricks. And I'll probably do slightly more tough, maybe. I'm going to go linear and we're just going to try and we're just going to paint this. Like that. Like that. That'll be fine. That'll be right. I think we probably want to do... Hello, Max, Bob friend, welcome back. Bar. And we want to pop that on top of there. And we'll just copy these over here. Bob works. I will try my best to remember that. Right, so we have this section done. It feels like. We might, I mean, maybe a little bit of gradient on the roof. We can come in a little bit later at a later date and do a little bit of a gradient over the whole thing. But this section feels right. We've also got like a courtyard that's probably gonna be cobblestone. It looks like cobblestone to me. And then there's this garden bit in the middle. But let's move on to this corner bit here. So I'm just swapping over my photos because I have lots of reference pictures that I took from watching Wednesday. I'm sorry I can't stay for long. No worries. I appreciate you popping in. I'm liking that I'm kind of like seeing like some returning people. It's really cool. It's nice being able to remember people. Right, so let's take a like. Yay, thank you. You know, when people hit that button, I don't think they realize like just how much it helps you out. So that like is much appreciated. Thank you. Right, so we've carried that along there. And we can actually carry on this whole roof along here, yeah. Yeah, when people like the stream, it pushes it for me. It helps with the algorithm. So that's brilliant. Do we wanna... Nope. Cancel. That. There we go. I think that's right. And we've got a couple more doors and windows here. Of course we do, because this is the wall of doors, apparently. According to the show. So bang in the middle. Let's go like here maybe. And it's the same as these. So I might borrow this. Because it's the exact same. Control R to turn it around. Like most games. And we'll pop that right there. So another window. Is that low? Oh, that's alright. That's alright height. Just felt a little bit low. And then we'll do another window here, but it kind of looks like a two-for window here. I like that. So let's do something like this. This maybe. And do we have... Hey, Georgia State Roleplay Community. That's quite a mouthful for a name, but welcome in. So we are just trying to recreate Nevermore here. And we've got a missing bit here, but this just needs to be moved around there. That's no big deal. We're just trying to lay out the shapes here and get them feeling right now. Would that feel a bit better? No. What if we did the tuff? And then we did like some black on the inside. Because it's just got like a hint of black window. So maybe if I do that and then I do the glass, you might just be able to see it. No. Not quite. But we'll do it anyway. We take this out and then do a tough slab. Yeah, you could just see that hint, can't you? And if we take this out, can you see? Ah, you can. Okay, so we kind of get that feeling of that this is a lined window. Yeah, I like that. And now let's just clone this. And pop. Oh. Clone. This. Scroll. And then pop it here. So how many blocks have we got? 1, 2, 3, 6. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we just need to break this now. There we go. And we have the 2 windows on the side, and we just need to do this again up here, where we copy this over. Control R. There we go. And it's just one of those really subtle details. Welcome in the bedsheet. And we'll scroll it down here and do another one above this window. And there we go. Now we need to smear this up here, but I'm not sure it's going to work with slabs. Let's have a look. Let's pick this. So we can stretch it out here and try to find the middle somewhere around here. And then we can lift this up. You can usually smear it up, but it doesn't like it with slabs. I am trying to build Nevermore Academy from Wednesday. And it's actually such a big build. Let's have a little look with shaders on. Oh, I don't like these shaders. Hang on. Not for this anyway. There we go. So I'm trying to build Nethermore from Wednesday, and it's such a big build, and I've got so many reference pictures, and it's a bit excruciating, but I'm really trying to get the scale right, and I'm trying to get all the details right. And this is just the courtyard where you see her like pulling up with her parents in the first episode. Sorry for spoilers. And there's like a big grass verge here that's just full of like overgrown plants and things and leaves and bushes. Yeah, and then this is the main front bit that almost looks like the Addams family mansion. That's something that I noticed. They definitely took some inspiration from the Addams family mansion. And then this is one of the towers, and there's about 4 or 5 towers. There's another big one here, another big one here, and then there's a whole mess of buildings back here. But I didn't want to start doing that bit until I'd got the scale down, and I think I have now. It feels right for the detail that we're going for. Right, now we do this middle bit here. And I think we might need to go a little bit taller on this middle bit here. Like this bottom bit feels right. But this needs to be taller up here. So like maybe like only by a bit, you know, not ridiculously, but to about there, I think. Now, this also needs to work and match up. We need to get working on this really. So this actually goes in by 2 because we've done this lip here. So this so maybe we don't go down 1. Yeah, we don't go down 1. So even if you don't watch Wednesday, and Wednesday isn't your thing, this is still such a cool build. That's not right. Okay, it needs to come out there. So 1, 2, and it's 3 back. Okay. Okay, that's right then. So it actually needs to come out 1 more. Like that. And I need to make sure that I get this center right. So we go on the block. We go 1 above the block. Like that. And then like that. Oh, nice. Perfect center. And now we can use our smear tool to smear this out. So we actually only have to do 1 small section and then we can just drag it over here, which is brilliant. Hold on to your kite. Right, we're going to do that. We'll do the same for this one. And we're going to kind of try to meet them in the middle, actually. So I might need to do this by hand. Let's see. Yeah, I might have to do this by hand here. Well, maybe I don't see, will this work? Okay, yeah, that works. We just need to go pop, pop, pop. Yay! Right, so now that's looking a little bit more complete, isn't it? And we can get rid of this bit. Match that up there. No, wait. Ah. I'm not. Okay, hang on. Ooh, this might be annoying. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I must go down an extra one. Away from the wall. Yeah, we go down an extra one away from the wall. Yeah, we can make this work. We can make this work nicely. Yep, there we go. Alright, okay. And there's gonna be another giant tower, like, just there as well. It's happening. I'm seeing it now. And then there's kind of like, there's another one of these here. Don't let me down and hold on to your heart. That'll do. Why do we just... Yeah, that'd be easier. Right, there we go. Got another little drain pipe there. This building seems to have a lot of them. If I put the drain pipe all the way along, it's just gonna... Yeah, it'll block some of the windows and it'll just look weird. Right. I'm gonna call it that. Oh, hang on. We have a couple of chimneys. We have a couple of chimneys, which are probably gonna look kind of like this. Hey, welcome in, Cheyenne. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm trying to build Nevermore from Wednesday. And we have a couple... I can see that we have a couple of these here. So we'll just pop these down here like this. And we're going to have them on different levels. And then we'll do just a black carpet. And it will kind of look a little bit like a chimney. Like the chimneys that these buildings have. Like that. We could even, you know what, we could go a different colour, actually. Just to kind of make them stand out a little bit more. And then, you know, sometimes just an aerial or two. Just that kind of thing really does a lot for a build. I have watched it. I'm trying not to do too many like spoilers or anything, because you know it's very, very new. And I know there's a lot of people that won't have had a chance to watch it. So let's try keep away from too much spoiler stuff. I'm also a builder using build hacks. Nice. How long have you been building? I'm just having a little drink there. A coolfish in VR. Welcome in, coolfish. How are you doing? Oh, damn it. There we go. Let's put that back. And that one there. And let's try outline this building here. We are really starting to see some progress now. And again, the details, we really just want to get this accurate. Do you think it's cheating if I have a survival world, but I build my house in creative? Are you building your house first in creative and then rebuilding it in survival? Or are you in a survival world, but you put yourself into creative mode to build the house? That is my question. Let's swap in fact, no, let's... I was going to swap my reference picture, but no, let's work on this little bit here. All right, and let's find the center here. I believe I lined this up with the center of the building. There. There. Let's hope that's the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Wait, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3. No, that feels right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blop. So the way that I look at it. Okay, normal survival world, I just build the house and then I get rid of all the materials because it would be cheating if I kept them. I don't know about that one. The thing is when you're running your own survival world and you're able to put yourself into creative, it's a really slippery slope. I will say that. I know that for a fact. So I would say that yes. 1 second, I have a phone call. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. You will get enchanting tables and stuff. I just build a house and then I'll get all the super good stuff in survival. Yeah, I kind of feel like once you've put yourself into creative mode in a survival world, it does feel quite cheaty. Like I will use light matica. I think a really good way around that is yeah, I use light matica and I will build it in creative and then I'll gather all the blocks and you can use like matica as like a good way to get the schematic and as a really good like building guide. Let me just do this here because I think there's almost a path around here. Like this is almost like up on like a little path bit. Oh, you play on PlayStation, right? Okay then. I think at the end of the day, if you're enjoying it and it's not ruining it for you, then just go for it. Like if it's not, the only time that cheating can be bad, what I've found, is when it stops you wanting to play, when it ruins a world for you. And if it's not doing that, if you're still enjoying it, then I'm sure that's fine. And if you're getting rid of the materials, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20. Okay. So we're right about this being the middle then. Can you add a big dragon in the middle of your build? You don't have to if you want to, if you already have plans for it. Well, I'm trying really hard to kind of like be as accurate as possible on this build. But I have built big dragons before. Should we have a quick break to look at one of the dragons that I've built? Let's have a little look here. This is my favourite dragon that I built. She's a big girl. She's sleeping. But this is my mossy dragon. Yeah. Oh, she's got a foot missing there. She does have a foot normally. Because my friend actually, like I built this and then I give the schematic to my friend and he built it in survival, which is just crazy. She's hollow, I believe. Let's have a little look. Yeah, she's kind of hollow. Oh, wait, no, this one isn't hollow. But, yeah, I did a schematic and I hollowed that one out because he was building it. It's called SB and he built it on the Interrealm server that I play on. And, yeah, he gathered all the materials for it and it took him... I think it took him like a month or two to gather all the materials because all this is copper. See all this? It's like, and it's waxed copper as well. It's not just thingy copper. There's some waxed copper in here as well. But yeah, so that's fun to see. My friend built this. I don't know why. But yeah. And where's my other dragon? I have one more dragon. This is my book dragon. Because they're sleeping on a shelf, on a bookshelf. I love this dragon. I think because it looks a little bit like Charmander. Or Charizard. Charizard? Charmander? I don't know. One of them. Let's get back Let's get back to business. Right, this doesn't look right. This is too thick. I think we might need to bring this in by 1 or 2. One time I built a giant Ganga statue. Cool. I have a is that a Pokemon? I've watched the whole like original series, but it's been years. But I have a friend who builds Pokemon. She's really good at it. She's called KN Cookie, and she's really good at it. I think this needs to be smaller. Or does this need to be bigger? Okay, that's give us a little bit more space by moving that up 1. Because I just really want this to be like a circle, and I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that yet. There we go. That's a better arch. One time I built the black and blue Charizard, and for the blue I did diamond blocks in survival. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That is, yeah, that's crazy. I've never, like, in all my years of playing Minecraft, I've never got to the point where I can build with diamonds. I don't think. I spend them too easily. Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine it took a long time. Right, what do we want to put in here? I think we want sandstone. I think we want sandstone in here. Waiting for a star. I really wish I could play music on YouTube. That's the only thing missing when it comes, like, playing on Twitch. I can play music and I won't get a copyright strike if I do it right. Oh, there we go. Now to kind of try to make it look like an arch. I need the normal sandstone blocks for this, I think. I just want to do that. Nope. There we go. Then there's an inside door. That appears to be black stone. Let's get the black stone blocks here. I think they're further back like this. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks right. I just keep twiddling with stuff until it feels right. Yeah, so we've got the middle window now. And this actually... I think that's supposed to be glass. Let's grab some glass. Like that. And then probably just like that. Right. Okay, I think that feels good. And then there's actually like these big wooden doors. So let's try to do them now. So they're kind of like here. And they what is left for a snack? And look at you, your builds are improving. Congrats. What? Well, so I left for a snack and look at you, your builds are improving. Congrats. Right, okay. Thank you. We're adding stuff. Stuff is happening. So big wooden door. Oh wait. We could go trapdoors. We could go trapdoors. And then it won't look so... Right, yeah. Alright, let's do that. So are you going to add the interior? I think I'll probably do the bedroom, like the iconic bedroom that she shares with the big window, the big colourful window, and like her side's all dark and stuff. I might do that. But I don't typically do interiors for my builds. So, does that even work? I think it's gonna have to be like that. Yeah, I put all my builds up on Patreon. Yeah, I think that'll work. Nice start, actually. I just came in and the stream and it looks amazing. Hey, thank you. We're trying to recreate the courtyard and then we're gonna move on to other buildings, hopefully. Right. So needs to be 2 up here. Welcome in, Tarek. Feel free to correct me. I will butcher your name. And I don't mind being corrected, and I'll do my best to try say it right. Right, okay, so that feels like that's about right. Ooh, and then there's actually a nice little detail here. There's like a lantern. Kind of thing going on here. Can we make it a bit curvy? Maybe? Kind of weirdly curvy. Like that. And then we'll put a chain. In fact, I might swap that for a bar because it's like really thin. Kind of just like that. Yeah, I don't think I want to make this any fancier. Yeah. Okay, something like that. That's dangling off the door there. Oh gosh, actually it's like... Remember, I'm trying my best to get this to look like as accurate as possible. And it's actually... It's in between these 2 wall bracket things. It's in between the door and then like this here where this lantern is. So that's kind of like gonna have to work. Unless I move this up even more, which wouldn't make sense. So that will have to do, I'm afraid. Unless if we want to put it up 1 more, we could just do... We could just do that. Try an upside down stair, then a tough wall, and then a light lantern. It's like... Like... Upside down, then a tough wall. We'll go for that. We'll go for that. It kind of is a meet in the middle kind of thing. What else? And then we have 2 rather large windows at either side that kind of match this same archway. So let's try to copy this archway here. That needs to be moved over a little bit. How many blocks? 1, 2, 3. There we go. But we're going to make this into like a window box. So it kind of comes up here, like so. Just like that. And then I think this is more bricks. Let's do two. That. And then I want to try to capture what I did here with the walls and the glass, where I just did it on the inside. So and then when you can connect it with a glass, it's really subtle, but it kind of feels like a black outline, like just here. It's almost like that. Yeah. So let's just clone this. So let's grab this and that. Oh, it's not going to be quite high enough, is it? Okay, never mind. Will that grab everything? Yeah. And then we can break this. If you want to light up the gap between the two windows, I use this a lot. You can do a lever, then a tough wall with a lantern above it will look great in this build. Do you mean like the? Yeah, I've actually used this a couple of times. Do you mean like this? Like where you do that and then like a chain? Yum. Like that. I like this kind of like technique, but I'm trying my best to like keep it as accurate as possible. And I've actually just spotted like some greenery that's coming up here, some leaves. So let's see if we can do that. So it might just mean that we do. Okay, so it kind of looks like moss. Or like vines, but I don't love doing just the straight vines. So let's get some vines, but I don't want to do too much. So what we might do here is we might try to do just a little bit of a gradient like this. And as it is looking like it's taking over this wall. Then that wall there. And if we put vines over it like that, well, some vines will make the build look older and they really look good. Yeah, exactly. I just don't want them to creep too much by themselves, you know? You can also use a little bit of lichen as well. That kind of, it will sometimes do a step between. So because it kind of like cuts out a lot of the green, it can stop it from looking like really, like a really harsh step between the two blocks. And it can be a good gradient sometimes. Don't want to do too much of this. So something kind of like this maybe. Like that. Just a little bit of creeping vines there. And I think it looks like it's on the same. Looks like it's on this side as well. There's so many details for this build. And it's such a big build that it's kind of like every time I add detail, I'm like, oh, I've got to do this to the whole thing now. Which I don't mind, but these videos turn out to be about a minute long when I make them into shorts. Right, then we'll come in here with the like and subscribe. Do. Okay, just a little bit. And then the vines, of course. Right, there we go. Actually, good content like this gets no views while Brain Rot gets like 10k. Yeah, Honestly, I try. First of all, thank you for saying it's good content, and second of all, welcome in, J40. And yeah, it's easy to kind of like think that way, and it can kind of like put you off doing content when you fall into kind of like comparing and things. But I'm just kind of hoping that one day my content will kind of like reach the right audience, even if it's a bit slower than maybe if I was spamming a bunch of like not very good builds, or I don't know. I'm hoping to get there one day. Let's just say that. Right. Let's do that. And do that. Okay. So we've got our pretty little windows here. And these are kind of connected in a way. Like down here, they kind of like connect themselves. Do we have some walls? Kind of connects itself a little bit like that. Are these walls? These are slabs. I hope you reach your goal as fast as possible because you deserve, from what I see, your building's great. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Right, let's kind of connect them like this. There we go. Now these kind of feel connected. Yeah. I love Minecraft building videos. Just the game in general. Or just the game in general. The vibe is always chills me out. Yeah, I find that. For the longest time, it like Minecraft was like just a chill place for me to be. And then I kind of realized like, maybe people would want to watch this. Maybe people would be like interested in what I'm doing. So I just started kind of like hitting record and uploading videos. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh gosh, I'm bumping into things. Right, there we go. I really wanted that to feel like a connected piece. Vinny, welcome back. Right, so we've done that, and now we need to move on to this top bit. And I'm thinking that we kind of just smear this up. And then we will... Right, and then we'll try to like make it look a little bit random. Just do this a bit. There we go. That'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. So what I'll do is I have a few different types of videos that I do. I do tutorials. I do a Let's Play series on a survival server that I play on called Interrealms. I do shorts of these builds. If it's a big build like the dragons and things like that, or a big palace, it'll be like a 1 minute short. It's like all this hard work will consist of like a 30-second short. I've just started doing these live streams, and they're on my channel as well, so you can like go back and watch stuff. And then what else? What else? Oh, and I also put these up on Patreon for people to download. And every now and again I'll throw in like a little bit of a random video. Like I'm thinking about doing a like a little mini series where I've asked my friends to give me 5 blocks and I've got to try make a nice video, a nice build out of those 5 blocks. So that should be fun. And they have not been easy on me. They've suggested things like resin and purple. They have not been kind at all. Right, have we got any? I know it's cheating. I was just thinking if we got any little windows like this that we can maybe pull from, so I don't have to build them again. Like this. It's not like I didn't build it the first time. Control Ah. Yeah, that's the hope, that the fun to watch, because it'll be a bit of a struggle. But hopefully it'll be fun. And people will enjoy watching me suffer. Something like that, I think would be good. Do we have? We do have. That way around, that way around. And then it would just be a case of cloning this. Yep, hang on, try clone anything. There you go. I'll be right back, no worries. Got that bit, this bit, and then hopefully we just scroll over here. We'll try line them up with this window. That lined up, looks like it is to me. Yeah, I definitely didn't just press the wrong button. That would be silly. Confirm, and then we can do it again. Oh. There we go. If you posted time lapse of your builds, but not as fast, maybe like half the time or something like that it took to build, then add some lo-fi music or something. I think that might be a good type of video. All right. If there's a whole thing on, I know there's a whole thing on YouTube that likes those kind of videos. I forgot the name. I have done videos in the past where they are instead of, what are they called, long play videos, I think. And that one actually worked out really well, but it was a very long video. It was like I think it was 7 hours long. Welcome in, Cheyenne. We are almost done with this bit, I want to say. This is gonna take forever. This is gonna be multiple streams for definite. we'll try get this roof bit done. I'm just going to swap over my reference picture. So we can see, there we go. I think I can see a bit better on this picture. I love those kinds of videos. I watch them to sleep sometimes. I've actually heard that. Yeah, it surprised me. But I have heard that people like will fall asleep watching those like long play videos. That's kind of cool. Right. Okay. So it's kind of hard, this bit, because we need to do the roof now. And there's no red bit on this roof. But I'd still like to do like a lip here. So I might do this block as like a lip. Like this. How long have I been playing? I've been playing since the Xbox 360 version. When it came out. So I think that's 2015. I think. I should know that it hadn't been out for very long on Xbox when I started playing. And also, I think I was, it hadn't been out for very long, and there used to be like this, version that was, it was like console specific version, and now they tried to make it similar to Bedrock. But yeah, it was like its own thing when I played, which makes me feel super old. So 10 years feels like longer. I'll do this roof thingy here. And this kind of goes along to match up here. Yeah, so I think this kind of needs to go along here by itself. Like that. I think Minecraft 360 first came out around 2011-ish. It might be longer then. I just know that that's like, it was introduced to me. It had only just really come out on console, and I loved it. I felt it was introduced to me. I almost didn't play it because the way the person described it was, it's a game where you go in caves and there's giant spiders, and I was like, nope, that does not sound like my kind of game. but obviously, yeah, it was different when I got playing. What keeps me from getting bored? I love building. There's something about building. This is my happy place. There's always something to build. And there's always a different kind of Minecraft. Like yesterday I was playing modded. Today I'm doing creative. On Thursdays I stream a hardcore world on Twitch. I'm on a server where there's lots of events and things like that. You know, we have like Halloween events, we have Christmas stuff, we have random, we've just done like a month-long hardcore Rising server thing, which was really good, and I actually survived the whole month, which was amazing. And I have a Pinterest folder full of builds that I want to build. I can never build enough. I will very quickly show you the last build that we did together on stream, and we did it fully together on stream. And it was this one. And streaming has also kind of like revitalized Minecraft for me, because it's really nice to like chat with new people and find out the kind of things that they like to build and things like that. And we We fully built this on stream, and it were really fun. And this was just like blocks of colour. There was like cylinders of gold and cylinders of lapis and wool. And we just went over and detailed everything. You know, and then we've got this really cool palace. But yeah. So what we gotta do next? So this is a really, really weird roof. I don't mind telling you. It's really, really weird. So we've kind of got to define now, because this side is a lot higher up than this side. Holy cow, you're amazing. Honestly, I'm not really a builder myself, but I really like making stuff like farms. Super weird thing to enjoy, but it keeps the fresh game for me. No, I totally get that. I totally get that. There's farms are ever changing. Like one of my favorite builds that I did was and it's still on the Interrealms, people still use it to this day, and it is an Enderman farm, but I put a tree around it. And it was so much fun trying to figure out the mechanics of trying to get it to be as efficient as possible and try to make it look good and keep the spawn rates like really good. And there's so many different things that you can do. I mean, look at that Civilization video that just came out where people are role-playing, and it's really it's a massive sandbox, and your only limitation is kind of like your imagination. Right, okay. Do we want to go to here? Ish. We want to go to here-ish, and then this is like taller. Like there. But yeah, so this roof is gonna... Oh, this roof's gonna be weird. What mods are you using? So I'm using the Axiom mod. And if you've not used the Axiom mod, I've actually got like a couple of short tutorials that explain this. You can just see it on the right of the screen, like this little menu here. And I explain a couple of those, like the most useful ones. I've still got a few more tutorials to do on that. But yeah, I use Axiom, and you can't really see the menu, unfortunately, on YouTube vertical. But it's amazing. It's really helped with like size wise, like my builds. Like I've always done lots of building, but it's really helped me amp up the size of my builds. Yo, how are you, Kay? Welcome in, Scout. I am good. We are working on this build. We're trying to build the Nevermore Academy, and it's going good. We just now need to... I'm gonna pop a rectangle down here. I'm gonna try to find the center of this, and then we're gonna pop a rectangle down. So that's 51 across. So that we know the center there, don't we? So let's drag this over here and put the center. Let's put this. It's really hard to line up. There we go. Right, so this is 32 across. That's not good. That is not good, because we want this to be an odd center. We always want our odd centers. Oh, wait. Hang on. There we go. How long have you been using Axiom, if that's how you spell it? I've been using, I think most of this year. It feels recent-ish still. Like there's still a lot of like the first build that I did was the mossy dragon that's on my channel on the shorts, and that was the first that was the first time using Axiom, and it took me a really long time to get my head around it, but once you do, it's such a good tool. It's such a powerful tool. It wipes the floor with World Edit, I'm afraid. As much as I did love, I used World Edit for years because I was the head builder of on a server called Mindscape, and we were recreating the whole OSRS map, so the old school RuneScape map inside Minecraft. And when you're doing a build like that on that scale, you need to use tools for definite. Okay, so this is 31 across. Let's drag this to the middle, like so. And then we can get the center point right here. So then we just do select center, and we'll make that stone. So now we have this center block here. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of the ruler. What's the shader pack? I will tell you right now. It is Complementary Unbound that I'm using right now. Right, so we'll get a rectangle. We'll click here. We're going to do a flat shape, and we're going to do a plane. And then we're going to make it wider than it is. So we need to do... It's a pretty wide top, I would say. And it goes to about there, maybe. Just got to get this right. Do I want it? I think I want it to be a bit smaller. We'll do 27. We'll keep it 13 wide. And I think it needs to go taller. It's a really weird shaped roof. What's my favorite and least favorite build? Okay. I don't think that any of them are my least favorites, because I can kind of look at them and kind of see where I've grown. So I think it's more of a like what level of builder I was. But I'll show you my favorite build, and I think I've already just shown this, but my favorite build is in fact, let me see if I can find my least favorite first. Mate, you've asked me now, so I need to find it. Right, so over here is probably kind of like where I've started. And okay, here we go. This is my least favorite build because the proportions are really off, and the more I built, the more I've learned about scale and proportions, and actually having like a little bit of realism in Minecraft, because it's really as much as it's just a blocky game and you can kind of like do what you want, like I said before about having an imagination, the best builds do have like some kind of balance between scale and things like that. So I think this is probably my least favorite build. And my favorite build is probably the Buck Dragon. My little Buck Dragon that's asleep on his shelf. And I don't even know why. It's just because it's not perfect. There's some bits that I could look at it and be like, I need to fix that. There's something wrong there. But it's definitely out. You can kind of see like where I've come and where I've advanced, if that makes sense. In the dragons and stuff. And for anyone that watches Avatar The Last Airbender, this is a build that I just finished building on the hardcore Rising server for a month that I did. I built this boat and yeah, it were a lot of fun. I didn't get around to building the Fire Nation boat, but it was planned and it was ready in there to build. But we only had a month, and in that time I also went on holiday, so I ran out of time, unfortunately. But I love this build. This is one of my favourites. But anyway, let's go back to... So easy to get distracted. That looks like something I'd put as my wallpaper. Your builds are amazing. You have to get popular someday. Thank you. I'm trying my best. We're on our way. Streaming's helping for definite. Right, okay. So this roof. My gosh. This is gonna be hard. It's just the shape that I'm struggling with. And I've already tried to do this roof and I didn't like it and I got rid of it. Definitely. I hope people still, come and chat with me and ask me questions. I'm on my road to, like, right now in my head, my goal is that 1,000. Just if I can get to that 1,000, it'll be crazy. Because I still remember when I was like on 34 and then I got to, I don't know why 34 sticks in my head. I think that's when I like really realised that I really want to do this. And then when I got to that 100 and I were in triple digits, it was like, it was amazing. Right. I think this needs to be shorter. I think this needs to be smaller. So let's do this and do this. And then let's make it smaller. So I think it's the width this way. And then we'll just shrink this top section, and there we go. We have top bit. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Box around here. need to get from there to there. And we need the shape to feel kind of natural. So I'm going to try to use the path tool for this, which is really cool. And you just do that, and then I can do the... Oh gosh, not that. I can use the catenary, and then I can kind of... do that. It still doesn't feel right. It feels... Is this too wide? It's possible it's too wide. It's 4 AM for me, so I should probably head to bed. Oh, wow. I think I'll keep the stream on because I like watching building. Helps me sleep. Nice. Have a good night, dear. Thank you. I appreciate you sticking around, especially at such an early time. And yeah, I hope you have a nice sleep. Okay, so right now is where we're going to start to see some little issues pop up. But this is a perfect time to kind of fix them. So I think we need to do some like maneuvering and make this, because this is the scale and it's, we want to get this right. This is the important bit. So let's cut some sections out and kind of like glue them back together. So I think if we take, let's use the magic select, right? And we'll do this. And we'll move it up here. Right, and we'll move it along here. We're going to move it just to the edge of these windows here. And we'll move... Let's take 4 blocks out on either side. Let's cut that and delete it. Now, don't worry, don't freak out. And then we'll do the same on this side. So there, and then there. Up, drag it out here. Drag it out here. And delete. Oh gosh, we missed that little bit there, didn't we? It's not going to matter though. And then we'll grab this bit like that. We'll put it and we'll move it over. And then we'll just do the same for this whole section. Up we go. Right. And we will select. Cut. And just make sure we're just right. Like that. Okay. So we've made this a little bit smaller. And then we're going to make this little bit a bit smaller as well. Because the proportion of the roof isn't right. We would have, it's more of a steep incline. And we would have to go higher and higher to get it right. And then it would be out of proportion for everything else. You know, so just by bringing that little bit in there, and then we'll make this side smaller as well. And then we're going to cut off a little bit from these sides as well. And that should be it. That should feel right. Okay, so let's cut off these portions. Just do the same thing again. So I'm thinking 4 blocks. And just 4 blocks. And we want to keep it an even number so that when we add it, when we add it together again, it will still be right. So we've got that. Select. And then we just delete it. And the same here, we're gonna delete the 4 blocks that are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. Bring it back. Select and delete. Hey, welcome in OG Biscuit and Rider Bike. We are building Nevermore. From Wednesday. It's basically a big castle. Like a big spooky castle, and Halloween's coming up in a couple of months, and it's probably going to take us about a month to build this. And I'm trying really hard to get the proportions as accurate as possible to the show. So I just need to move these in just a little bit here. So let's select this. We're using Axiom today. I don't need to do that. Move that in there. I don't know why it's gone all the way over there. Right, you know what? We're gonna reselect that. That went wrong. Did that? I don't mind saying that went wrong. So click there. We'll click there and we'll bring it out a little bit more because we've got some detail on the front. And we need to do that. Right, a bit further up. And we're going to cut and then move this over there. And then we'll just do the same for this whole section now. So over there. I swear this tool is being a nuisance today. 1 select. 2 select. Thank you. All the way up. And we do need to include the floor because we've got a little bit of detail there on the floor. Make sure we've got it all in. And then select, cut, and we will move it and just make sure that it matches up there. And Bob's your uncle. Now it looks a little bit more on scale. And now when we come to do this roof, we don't have to go as tall to make it feel like it's a steep incline. And we need to make this a little bit smaller as well, I think, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. Yeah. Right, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of that, and we can do a new plane. Right, and now that feels about right. Kind of sweep it up here and there. I want to go like a little bit smaller. Like that. Yeah. Perfect. We'll swap to this block, and I'm just going to use the path tool to just get an idea of the shape of this. All right, and we'll copy that. Duplicate, and then I just want to flip it on the x-axis. Now we know that's exactly the right thingy on the other side. And now we can fill this in. And I think we want to make this as well. So, well, should we try with stairs? I think maybe if we get the stairs and the slabs, we can try and make this look as nice as possible. Oh, and we're falling. That. Let's just see if the stairs will work, first of all. So when it's just one thick like this, kind of do that. Okay, so this is our first two. Yeah, this is our first like two high. So this is where we'll realize if we actually can use the stairs or not. It's weird. Might just have to do a slab there. I don't know why I've got the AA song stuck in my head. You know, the, what is it, A-Team song stuck in my head. Right. I'm going to do that to there, because once we've got one half, we can just flip it like we did there. That's not gonna work. And then that might work. This is just trial and error. This is complete trial and error, because we want to keep the look of this from the side. Just don't know if we need to go stairs or if we can just keep it. We might be able to just keep this one Maybe that one will be stairs. No. Yeah. That's not too bad. Just do wish kind of a bit more. Bit more. Like that. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. That works. Okay. Okay. And then let's flip this. Select, duplicate, flip on the X. It will take a long time. It will. Yeah. But it's happening. Slowly but surely. It is happening. That feels wrong though. Yeah, we did that wrong. Control Z. I think that needs to be moved in by one block. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Maybe? Nothing. Okay. Doesn't quite feel right, does it? Also, by the way, welcome in random memes. You actually keep me entertained quite a bit, random memes. Alright, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna delete that, and then we're gonna copy from this block. And only grab there. And then we are going to duplicate and flip on the X. And drag it round. Right, and then we're gonna place, but it's not quite right. Okay, I know what to do. We're gonna exit that and we're gonna get rid of all this. I'm gonna get rid of all this because this won't be right. There we go. We'll get rid of that. And we'll do that. And then we'll just box select there and delete that. And then we'll take a box select there. And now we'll duplicate and flip on the X. And now that should be right. Hey, welcome back. Fanafica. Welcome in. So, I think we've got this side right. Let's just give it a little tweak. So we'll come back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will do some extra detailing. Don't worry about that. That is going to happen. Because this roof is very plain at the moment. But we're going to get, like, everything done first. That's the plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if something looks like it might like not have as much detail, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it doesn't look, yeah, it doesn't look like it's been detailed very well. That's just because right now we're getting down like the basic structure. 3, 3. I definitely want to add like some moss or something to these roofs. Do that. And it's starting to look right. I'm happy. It's happening. And now we just need to flip this roof and then meet in the middle somewhere. Excuse me, you need to quit. See you later. Okie dokie. I'm gonna presume that he means that that they need to quit, and they are not telling me that I should quit Minecraft. Hope. Right, there we go. Copy. Duplicate. And for this, we're just going to flip that around like that and then do that. And that should meet you in the middle. And then we just need to connect these up here. So let's do this. See if, will this work? Kind of works. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. That works nicely. There we go. We have a roof. And now we just kind of need to make it... Oh, still got slop on. Do need to make this roof a little bit pointier. So we'll get some more deep slate. Also, it's kind of outlined, so I was wondering, should I outline the whole thing in like something like this? No? Like this. Really subtle, but I think it does a lot. Right, and then it kind of goes up here as well. I don't know how to do it. Oh gosh. Uh, yeah, again, really subtle, but I think it helps. So let's try see if we can like select this. Yeah. Just like these bits. And then we can like duplicate and swap them around and put them on the other bits without having to kind of like go around and do the whole thing. So duplicate, flip on the Y. Yeah, yeah. Probably should have just done copy. This works too. Right, yeah, we'll do copy, and then we can just do control V. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Control V. Right. And then that work. I think it just might. Oh, no. Definitely not. Okay. Control Z. Right, okay, we need to flip this then. We need to flip this on the X, maybe? Ah. I don't even know. I don't even know. Right, let's just do one on this side. And then maybe we can flip this. Oh, if this don't fit, I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Again, super subtle. And it might be better to like swap it out for even like an even more different colour, like tough maybe. That Axiom mod looks insanely useful for editing builds. Can't believe I live without something like that. Also, have a good day night. Thank you. Yeah, it really is so helpful. And if I've missed you, I'm sorry. But you have a good day too. Yeah, it's so helpful. It's like World Edit, but made easier, in my opinion. That's what it feels like for me. Because I did use World Edit for many years. And it really it was really good, but you'd have to type in commands, you'd have to remember commands. With this, you don't need to do any of that, and it's really good. Right, okay, so we're definitely getting somewhere. Let's say that we're definitely getting somewhere. This feels good to me. And again, without a reference, without like thinking like, oh, I think I want to try to make Nevermore Academy. This isn't the kind of style that I would go for at all. I wouldn't put these blocks together just by myself. Which is why I love reference pictures so much, and I love trying to recreate something that's kind of like already there. Right, so let's swap this around because we actually have we have a gap here, and I don't know why. And we need this to be around too. So let's select this corner and select like this corner maybe because we have stuff behind. Oh no, do we not? Maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we just need that bit. Okay, that's being a bit weird now. Right. So let's duplicate, flip. Pop that down. Let's do the same thing again. select, duplicate, flip. Yeah, and there we go. Could I have done this with World Edit? Totally. Would it have been as quick and easy? No. Let's get in here. So for whatever reason, I've got around there. Now this is the trickier bit because you've got like, right, let's try to copy this because this is definitely gonna be trickier. Right, so we'll bring it out here, bring it down, and then we want to bring it out here as well. So we want this whole section. Right. So we'll copy, we'll do an actual copy, and then we'll do Control V because we're going to want to use this again. So that's why it's best to do an actual copy. Like so, right, and then Control V again, swap this around. And there we go. We just have some missing bits at the top, which just seems to be this bit, I think. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think it would be just easier if I came up here and did this little bit. So I think it's like that. And then stairs. I don't know. Feels like that. I get out of here. No. Flying too fast to be able to go through there. Okay, so we've patched that little bit up there, and we've put those windows around there. I think this tower is done. And yeah, if you look really closely, there's like on this tower here, there's like 3 little clocks, and it was really hard to try and like put them in, and they were all different colors too. But I think from afar, I think it's got the look that we're after. So I'm happy with that. And then what else? What else do we have? We have now on this bit, we kind of like have some gargoyles and stuff. So that might be something that we need to work on next time. But for now, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with what we've done. Is it going to take a long time? Yes. Do we have a bunch more buildings at the back that we need to do? 100%. But I will keep chipping away at this because it's so much fun. And I think it'll be a really good fun to put up on my Patreon for Halloween. I think that people might enjoy looking around this build on Halloween. So I'll pop it up on there. But thank you to everyone that's joined me and everyone that's chatted and liked and followed and subscribed and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. And some people said some really nice things, and I appreciate that too. But yeah, thank you to everyone that stayed and chatted with me. I'm gonna go get some food now and a drink and have a walk around because I've been sat down for like 3.5 hours. And I will see you all next time. Bye.